Do you understand autism or do you understand your own autistic experience? Because there is a difference. I have seen a lot of autistic people state things like, I, as an autistic person, am always going to understand your child's autism better than you do because, unlike you, I'm actually autistic. And that's just simply not true. I will never understand another person's autism because I don't have that other person's autism. I may understand my autistic experience and I may find their autistic experience relatable, but I will never understand their autism better than the people who know them best. I recently saw a video from an autistic person which claimed that if parents of autistic children understood their child's autism, their child would be happy 100% of the time, and their child would never have meltdowns because the parent would be able to anticipate those meltdowns. And that is just a blatant lack of understanding of autism, because I understand my autism 100% and I can't keep myself happy 100% of the time, nor can I prevent meltdowns. Meltdowns are just a part of the autistic life. That is just a part of the autistic experience. I'm never going to be able to fully stop them. And when we talk like this as a community, that is the part that we as autistic people play in creating that divide between parents of autistic children and autistic adults. And no, I don't think that we are the sole people playing a part in it. I have received some wildly ableist comments from parents of autistic children, including the likes of, you're just faking autism, autism doesn't make you quirky, and if you were really autistic, your mother should have aborted you in the womb. And I am also the first person to state that parents of autistic children should be very careful in the ways in which they critique the autism community because they are so capable of weaponizing ableism against us, whether they mean to or not. You know, like telling me I should have been aborted, which sometimes I wish I had been, not gonna lie. But to say that we in any way understand their children better than they do, it's just wrong. It's not true. We don't. I am an advocate for autistic people. That's literally part of what I do in my day job. I am the person that they go to when we have autistic clients because they know that I'm the only one who's gonna understand the autistic experience. And I have had parents of autistic children message me and ask me advice on how to parent their autistic child. And a lot of the times, honestly, I don't know what to tell them. Because while I do remember being an autistic child and I can share that experience, and I do have some knowledge that I can share with these parents, I'm never going to understand their kid better than they will because I don't know that child. And so many of them have tried everything and everything. And when they've done that, I don't know how to help them. They did the right thing coming to me, an autistic person, to help them understand, and I couldn't help them because I don't always understand. I am a level 1 autistic person. I have very low support needs, meaning that I can live on my own for certain periods of time. And it is mostly people like me who I have seen telling this to parents of level 3 autistics who have very high support needs. And I've seen autistics like me say that they will understand that person's autistic child better than they will. And I just have to ask, have you guys talked to high support needs autistic people? Because I have, and they don't feel understood by us. As many times as a lot of low support needs autistic people like to say, they do not feel like part of our community. In fact, they feel spoken over and ignored by our community. And this is part of how we do it, by automatically assuming that because we are all autistic, we all understand each other. And that's just, it's wrong. And it centers the people who look and act like me instead of the most marginalized of autistic people, which are those with higher support needs. And when we as autistic people push parents of autistic children out of the community, we are pushing out higher support needs autistic people. Because for many of them, the only way they have of accessing the community is through their parents, because they have that complex level of support needs. I get being frustrated with the ableism. I do. It is exhausting and it feels so often like we just can't win. But that does not give us the right to speak over autistic people, and that does not give us the right to assume that we know better. That is Aspie supremacy. There is a reason I call myself an autistic bimbo. People tell me all the time, oh, you're so intelligent. You're so intelligent. Why do you call yourself a bimbo when you're so smart? I call myself an autistic bimbo because I never want to be the person who just assumes I know. I never just want to assume that I know better, because I don't. There are millions of things in this world that I don't know. And calling myself a bimbo, while that may not be the choice for everyone, is how I remind myself of that. It is how I remind myself that the wisest man is the man who understands that he understands nothing. But let's not pretend that we understand these people that we don't know better than the people who do know them, because that's just fucked up.